Kia ora guys, it's Mr. Forbes. I'm currently away on a first aid course, so for 2 lessons, Monday and Tuesday, you are going to be working on your devices and you're going to be working through these activities that I've put on the Google Classroom. So you click on those and it's probably best to do them in order. They are fairly straightforward math skills, but they are really important math skills and skills you'll probably end up actually using in life quite a bit. They will also help us for the rest of the year when we're doing all sorts of maths. So this one here, notice that I'm on level 4. If I've linked it to that level, it means the ones beforehand are probably a little bit too easy, but yeah. So this is what we're doing today. So it's a negative times a negative. So negative times a negative, remember a negative and a negative makes a positive. Okay, so then what's 4 times 8? So 16, 32. So it's a positive 32. Now, on Transum, you put the information in here and then you can check. And I would suggest checking as you go. If your screen is a little bit more zoomed in than mine, maybe it looks a little bit more like this, you can double click this and then your check again will just sit down there like that so you can easily check. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to boost through these as quickly as possible because I want to show you the rest of the site. If I make mistakes, maybe you should stop trusting me as a maths teacher. No, that's not actually true, to be honest. Everybody makes mistakes no matter how qualified or skilled they are in something. Negative, negative, ooh, and then a positive. So it's going to be a positive, negative and a negative joins together make a positive, and a positive times a positive. So then it's 4 times 2 is 8, 8 times 2 is 16. So it's a positive 16. Okay, now let's going to check them. Now, at a certain point within the activity, you can start claiming trophies. The idea of these lessons is I want you to claim as many trophies as possible. So that's a negative times a negative. So that's going to give me positive 35, ooh, 35 times negative 4 is negative 140. Check that. And then over here, let's say I make a mistake and I wrote 1 and it's wrong. I can actually go through and do that again. So it's a negative number because it's positive, negative, positive. So the positive and the positive make a positive, and then times the negative, it's going to be a negative. So I'll do that first. 5 times 7 is 35, and then it's exactly the same question as this actually, so it's exactly the same answer. So let's check again. So now I've got my 12 out of 12. You can settle for 10 out of 12 if you want. I can then claim my trophy. Here, I want you to chuck your school email address. So it will be st21226@ormiston.school.nz. But I'm going to use my trophy cabinet, zforbes@ormiston.school.nz. And I'm going to register my trophy. It's being polished. So then you get a trophy cabinet. Yes, I've now got 2 trophies. And these trophies are proof to me that you are able to do the skill, and it's also proof to like a caregiver. If they want to say, what have you been doing in maths, you can show them, well actually I'm pretty much a master of equivalent fractions and negative numbers now, caregiver. Now I want to show you some other things. So once you've finished that, I think you sort of need to go back is the easiest way to do it. If it's too easy for you, go to a higher level. Right, so now we're getting tested on division. So 48 divided by 6 is 8, but then 48 divided by negative 6 is going to get me negative 8. It works much the same. Remember, double check that, and then you can have your little checker there. Now, if I don't understand it, I can click up here at help, and then there is a video that can help you through all sorts of things. It also links you straight to
Level 5 is very similar to level 4, but
there you go. It will link you straight to the level that you are working on. So that help is really useful, and that's pretty much where you can do the learning of the concept. Right? So that's pretty much Transum in a nutshell. I don't want to go too long, so ka kite anō.